So welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today I wanted to make this video because it was meant to have been made a while back, and I thought just because Lost Island is just around the corner, literally like a week to go, and obviously Winter Wonderland and stuff, I wanted to make this just before I start making all that type of content because I really feel like it deserves a video. Obviously, there is a creature submissions page that we have been voting on for a while, and the winner from this is going to be coming to the Viking map, which is coming obviously in June 2022. And I just thought it'd be cool. I've been meaning to look at this idea for a while. I've been talking to the creator, and it is all about something called the Sky Giga. Now, yeah, if you guys do enjoy today's video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Obviously, after this, all the Lost Island content is going to be coming your way, so don't worry. But we're just going to have another look at the creature submissions. But you guys know I sort of go through the list and we talk about some of the coolest ones. I talked about the Titanoceratops, which is currently in second with 606 votes. I did a video on the Giant Bison, which is in first with 734. I've done videos on the Kark, but we're talking about the Sky Giga today. Now, a little bit of a reminder to you guys that the top 10 in this list will be coming, will be put into a next round of voting, and then the whole community votes out of that top 10 what they want to see come to the official game, and then it gets announced and it will be one of the new dinos for the Viking map in 2022. So we're talking about the Rhyniognatha. I'm not going to pronounce it, so I'll just call it the Sky Giga. And before we get into this, I want to say a massive thank you to the creator who said I could use the artwork in today's video. The link to this person's Twitter will be in the description down below. Go drop him a follow if you're interested in, like, you know, artwork, you know, cartoons. He's a YouTuber as well. And, you know, but here's my ARK for your creature submission for the second community vote. The oldest known insect, a Giga for the skies, the flying/water creature, and obviously more info for voting. So we're going to be going through this whole idea. I think it looks absolutely awesome. Imagine flying through the sky, you know, or not even just that, walking on the ground and you hear the like the sort of like buzzing, more like, of a crazy massive flying insect that can come and eat you in one. And it obviously is probably only quite a rare creature that you can tame like the Giga. So welcome to my post. I hope you enjoy my concept and ideas based on the oldest known insect, which I can't pronounce, so we're just calling the Sky Giga. It's meant to add an original style of creature by using a type almost forgotten in ARK, the insects. It's also a way to make the sky more dangerous, even if you've already tamed a flying mount. Also, once tamed, it turns into an endgame mount. I'll elaborate with these images and about its design, skills, motorcycle saddle, among other stuff. Please feel free to share your thoughts or suggest any change or features in the comments. Even if several features are removed, I'd be happy to keep the air, water versus, like sort of how it can like mix and match with both, and the motorcycle saddle. The main purpose of this creature is to make the skies in ARK actually dangerous and make them an all-terrain stylish mount. Also, look at the art, it took a lot of time. So again, as I mentioned, thank you so much to the creator for letting me use this art because it is fantastic. So, you know, this must have taken a long time, so go drop him a follow, link in the description, if that's the type of stuff you like seeing. So here is the dossier for this creature, the oldest known creature, and I think there's lots of information as we go through it here. So biology and design. So it is the oldest insect known for modern science, and most of it is still a mystery. So I made a deep research in order to adapt it properly. Its head is based on the most famous fossil. I merged different modern insects and heavy inspiration from the fossil shape to get a scary look. So that's actually kind of a picture of its fossil, which is really nice. And then when we scroll down, it's yet unknown if it was an insect or a is that a myriapod? A myriapod? I can't actually read it properly, but you guys will know better. But as the oldest ancestor for both, I decided to add features from both of it to its designs. That's really cool there. Obviously there's some different body segments there, and then kind of that insect vibe that he's going for. And then as we scroll down, I mean, look at the artwork. I mean, he put in so much effort into this. Its wings are based on the Cowligo's wings, which uses owl eyes as a form I actually can't say. I'm hoping that we might be able to have the full read below after the artwork, because sometimes it's hard to see in like Dossier words, but basically to make it look more dangerous. As you noticed, if you have explored the Ark's oceans, they are like the giant squid's eyes, as you can see there. Besides a cool visual feature, it's also an important part of skill that we will explain later. In the lower body, I added an amber looking glowing part. This is probably the most sci-fi or fantasy feature of the concept, but I believe it's a great reference to the previous fossil and to Jurassic Park amber mosquito. So obviously, as you can see in the background, that's the kind of look of it, as you can see there. It's also important for some skills we will explain later. So scrolling down, I love rideable insects like mantis and Arthropleura. Anyway, I'd love to see a flying rideable insect in the game. So even if the real creature was way smaller, I decided to do it really big to make it both cool and to ride a threat to ride. So yeah, I kind of agree with that, because I feel like whatever creature wins the vote has to be a big creature, because we obviously, for Lost Island coming up, we've got, you know, in literally 6 or 7 days, we've got the Amargasaurus, which is big, I know that, but and then we've got the Dinopithecus and the Cynomicrops. But I think a lot of us wanted a big, scary carnivore, and I would definitely take the new Giga, but of the skies in the game. Air Water Mount. It's not clear if it was a flyer, earth or water insect. It could even be the missing link for insects from water creatures into earth ones. For this, it will be a flyer capable of going underwater without injecting its rider nor losing any speed. Its speed, both flying and swimming, is exactly the same, and it's in the middle of a flying wyvern and a diving manor. It is meant to excel at fighting, traveling, and carrying. Its weight stat and it's higher than a wyvern's but lower than a RG or Quetzal. Its speed is pretty average while walking or running on Earth. Heavy carrier. So I'm sure, yeah, oh wow, look at this. So rather than reading this bit, I'm just going to say that by the looks of things, you're going to be able to pick, so something like a Rex, or a, like a bigger creature you could pick up, but you could only pick up one. But with the smaller creatures, that looks like a raptor or an Anki, you can pick up 2 and obviously use it as maybe a transport for your bigger creatures in the Ark. And I know in Ark, you don't have to worry too much about transporting a Rex or something, because, as long as it's leveled up nicely, you should pretty much be safe on it. But it's faster to transport. It reminds me of like a Jurassic World helicopter when they've got them in the cages and ready to be put in, which is really cool. That's made me want to watch it tonight. And then, so obviously it's got like eye spots on its wings. I don't know whether that will happen because of the Cynomicrops. You know, the Cynomicrops has obviously got the like kind of eye-looking, scaring tactic with coming with the Lost Island, but you never know. And to mimic a Tuso or giant squid, both wild and tamed swim like a squid while carrying a creature, or while not sprinting underwater. They use its wings as a head and its legs as tentacles, and it doesn't have an oxygen stat. While sprinting underwater, they swim the same way they fly. It can't be grabbed by an actual giant squid, which is obviously because it's probably massive. A war mount. They are very dangerous to fight. Its saw-like jaws can inflict bleeding and several damage to creatures and players it bites with its left mouse button attack. For the same reason, they are good at farming, hide, meat, wood, charcoal, and organic polymer with the same attack. You can quickly attack and push several enemies at once with legs by pressing the left mouse button. This attack is very weak and it can't be used while carrying a creature with all of its legs. You can use both jaws and legs attack while on the ground, air, and underwater. That sounds pretty cool. If carrying a creature with its legs while flying or swimming, you can use the left mouse button to use a better version of the jaw attack on a grabbed creature, which will receive even more damage. You can also try and pick up the rider of the creature directly with any of the grab attacks. Natural resource producer. It produces both light and a special resource from its body. It glows naturally, which makes them easy to spot at night or underwater. The light works like shoulder pets like the bulb dogs and shinehorns. Its lower part, which obviously produces its like this new resource, and it can't be stacked, but it never spoils. Wild encounter, it can live just about anywhere, but prefer deep oceans, caves, and random spots in the air. They are always alone, but it's not impossible to find more together. They are extremely angry hunters and will chase their prey by air, earth, and water unless its target is fast or obviously elusive enough. That's hard since just a few creatures are faster than this. While underwater, they mimic, obviously we talked about that already, about the squid. Even while angry predators, they tend to ignore targets on the ground unless they were targeted from the air or water first. This is to make the ARK actually dangerous in the air, since once you get a flyer, yeah, you know what, that's kind of true. When, if you think over the years in ARK, you get yourself a flyer and you feel safe, don't you, instantly? And imagine feeling that fear like you do in the ocean or on land when you first start. So let's see what other so obviously that's more about its skills. The weakness. After receiving feedback, I realized you guys are right. The creature has no current weakness, so I added a pair of them for balance purposes. As an insect, it'll be a fair weak to fire, so a flamethrower will be effective, but a fire wyvern or a magmasaur will be the complete overall kill. Both of them will kill with 1 or 2 shots. Also, its health pool would be better in an average amount instead of the previous large pool. This way, it will be more of a glass cannon, relying on more in speed and high damage rather than being a tank. This way, the riders will have to master the use of the creature in order to use its full potential, by dealing large amounts of damage while dodging incoming damage, especially fire. This could also be a nice way to return fire wyverns and magmasaurs to be useful in the meta again, in a scenario with the giant Giga messing around in PvP. Previous method was far too complicated, so basically now you just have to kill a male to get so I think you got to kill together, and then you can fertilize a tame, or that sounds quite cool. So basically, to be able to tame one of these, you kill the giant Giga and you can use that to form a new one. That's not been done really that much, so I just feel like, yeah, no, that sounds like a nice idea. I like it. And then the baby's base level is the same of its mother's. After some days, the baby will finish eating the most of the creatures inside and will be born. The host, not most, will instantly die, and the host creature species directly affects taming efficiency and the newborn's level gain. So this is obviously some feedback on its health, and compared to a lot of, so if you think it's gonna be like a very, very scary and powerful creature that's going to do a lot of damage to you, but it's going to be a little bit weaker, and it's going to have its weaknesses to it that you are going to be able to take it down. It's not going to be this massive sky ship like from Avengers or something with Thanos in, and then and it's going to take a huge missile to blow the whole thing up. By the looks of things, there's going to be ways of taking it down. If you're going to rule the ocean and the sky, you have to do it with style. The saddle is based on a chopper motorcycle. The smoke resembles a bee smoker in order to keep your mount calm, but it will just never keep rage. But it will never rage like a Giga. This is just visual and needs no gas. To make it better, the sound while flying is meant to be like some sort of motorcycle engine. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That would be so cool. And then breeding. Females can manually impregnate your own creatures and tribe mates by grabbing them while flying or swimming. And I think that's it. So that's all, folks. I hope you like my creature. If you do, please vote and bring this awesome thing to the game. Sincerely, the developer. So yeah, I just think it's such an awesome idea, and we've never really seen like anything like this before. And again, yeah, it's always nice to change up the meta a bit. And this wouldn't be coming until into the game until June 2022. So I know it's a long way away. We've still got months and months and months, and we've got the Lost Island dropping in a few days' time. So that's mainly what we're going to be looking at. But I thought, let's shout this out. Let's get this out there before the release of Lost Island, because we're going to be focusing on all of that. And I wanted to give a shout out, as I mentioned literally about a month ago, that I would cover this and give a shout out to the creator. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video, which is all going to be exciting content on the big days ahead. Yeah, anyway, see you guys later.